Okay, so this is day 2. And I know that this wall should be repainted over to try to sell the house, and I do want to sell the house. But I loved this wall. And actually the whole walls had originally been like this. That's how I painted it when we first moved here, and my little girls were 5 and 6, and Lizzie was 14, and this was Eve's room. And it was just so sweet, and I put so much work and taping, detailing into it, and I just love it. And it's dumb because I'm not even going to live here, so why do I care if it's painted this boring brown color or not? I could do something like this, which I probably wouldn't if I didn't have little kids anymore. I'm struggling, people. It's dumb, but that's how I am. All right, update on this wall. So I haven't used my trimming brush yet, but I did get the painting done. There were a couple of spots on the other wall that I felt like needed I guess a little bit of third coat. So I've done that, got that patched spot painted. My body is so sore. I've repainted this one and this one. So now I was about to move into here when I realized I hadn't even videoed yet. So that is my plan. Even though my middle daughter did help me yesterday, which I didn't know that she was going to do, which was wonderful. And it was a big, big help. I am doing this completely by myself, other than what I just said, her. And things like this mirror and lights, I don't know how I do taking them down. And I do wonder if I can't just leave the green. Surely they wouldn't decide, yeah, they liked everything but the house, except for that one green wall. I did get one of the shelves down, but it really took all of the arm and hand strength I have to get the one off. Yeah, I mean, I felt like I almost lost feeling in my hand after getting the other one off. I had to squeeze it, the screwdriver so tight, and push in like with all of my arm strength. I'm a weenie, people. But this is great exercise, so this could surely count for my Wellness Wednesday video too. Okay, I miss watching everybody's videos, but again, I barely have any Wi-Fi. Also, here is my paintbrush that I've had in the freezer, and see, it's perfectly still moist and ready to go. Isn't that handy? And it just comes out a little frozen, so you just have to wait like, 10 minutes or something for it to loosen up, and that's all. There's Sugar. I just love to be around us so much. Okay, so things keep changing as I go. Decided I could do at least the inside of this doorway, change it from the blue, I haven't done the trim work yet, to the brown. Then I'm thinking it wouldn't be that hard to wrap it around and at least get this green wall and this green wall to the brown. I suppose even like this. It's just mostly the mirror that I'm concerned about. So maybe it would still look better if it was just the one green wall instead of this whole area. I just don't know. Okay, so it is 12:30 at night, and I'm quitting. I'm done with this wall. I've even put the little platey things back on and that wall. And I went ahead and painted this. It has got like one coat, all except for here, which I don't know, for some reason, like I decided, I could skim this a little bit because this little spot's a little bit rough, and let's just go ahead and do that before I paint it, which was done. It was good enough, Casey. Stop trying to be an overachiever. I should have went with it. And during that moment of dumbness, I also decided, oh, if I just skimmed this one just a little bit more, it would also look better. I could have counted it as done also. I really think that would have been fine. So now I will need to repaint that. It is a lot smoother, and this extra skimming will help it a lot, but it would have been fine, I think. Okay. Yeah, so I did the top up there, and I did that other wall. I still plan on leaving this mural and the inside of that white. I did change out this whole wall from being green. I've done this where that wall was white and this wall was blue. But I plan on leaving this wall white because it matches these walls that are white. This, I think, looks way better not being green. This, I've just decided that it is fine. It's a little spark of color next to a big blobs of neutral colors. And I think people should feel happiness and energy. And they might say, oh my gosh, that's a terrible green wall. We'll have to paint that. That's what I expect them to think. This, before I just had like a, blankety cover. I don't know, I'll either put the blankety cover back up or figure out something to stick there. Cause, oh, you know what I just realized was that the light right, let's see, right there is the light, but for the disco ball is burned out. Well, we'll definitely need to replace the light. Who's gonna buy a house with the light burned out of the disco ball? Ah, that's sad. One more thing to add to my list of to-dos. Here's where we're at, day 3, beginning. Wow, my body is sore. My shoulders, my back, my neck. I need to work out more often. Is this Wellness Wednesday? I think it is. Might not get posted the next day. Good enough. So here's where I'm at. So I need to decide if I should, since this wall goes this way and this is straight, if I should keep that wall green also, or the less green, the better. So I need to decide about that wall. And I think that if I put back up like these little lime green pictures on the walls, on this wall, it will tie in this green and it won't be as hideous. How's Nadia's room looking? I think Nadia's room may be done. Unless I decide to come back in and paint the blue, which at the moment I'm not really feeling like I'm going to. I might change my mind though. This wall is done. This wall, I'll sand and paint and do a second coat all over. This wall, I'll sand and do another coat all over. And these need a second coat. Then I'll be able to move upstairs. Okay, I'm in the dining room. And it's just this one wall. And I came in with the paint color. It's kind of dried on this pan. And I feel like it could go okay with the curtains that are hanging up in the other side wall. And that's what I'm going to hope for. Though I loved my purple wall. When I bought this house, it was a really hideous, like, reddish pink color everywhere. And I still could see that a little paint, I could paint it and it would be fine. So I don't understand why everybody else needs white. Okay, that's all. Back to painting. Hi, friends. Where do I even start? I am so tired and exhausted. This has been a lot of work. Let me show you what I've done. There's my little kitty. Okay, ready? I'm in my dining room. My purple wall is gone. The mirror that was hanging on it, though, I am not actually sure I can get back up there. I did have to wake up my daughter and ask her if she would help me try to take it down. And then even with her help, for a good while, I thought this wasn't happening. That mirror had been hung up there with like anchors and I don't know, whatever these things are with several screws and Chicago number 5. I put holes in the wall trying to get it down, but you know, I had my little drywall putty, so I was able to fix the wall holes. And okay, so don't you think? This probably looks better than having a purple wall. Look how neutral, this room is now. Okay, let me show you what else I did. So here is, this had been the beautiful wall that I loved. It's now nice and boring. This had been splatter painted by my children. This had been bright blue. This had had a lovely, wonderful whiteboard that friends came over and signed their name and left their telephone numbers, and it was fun. Now it's nice and boring and brown, and this had fun shelves and mirrors, nice and boring and brown. Okay. I also changed out the blue for boring. We've got a little splash of green. I will find something to cover the electrical outlets or whatever those things are called, the fuse boxes. But this green is gone. This graffiti wall is gone. The purple is gone. This had been green, this had been green, this had been green. All a nice boring brown. This room had been this color, but I did replace it and covered with paint every little nitpicky scratch of any sort. All right. This has been a lot of work. I'm happy that it took only this amount of time because really, I mean, my shoulders hurt, my neck and back hurt. I want to say I have worked out more than I have in forever. Right? Right, Sugar? Don't you agree? Oh, Sugar thinks that I'm going to turn the faucet on for her because I'm standing in the bathroom. You want this? You want it on? You want it? Oh, what? Oh. Okay, so I have a lot of cleaning still to do and then outside yard work. So send me good vibes because I am exhausted. Oh, also, look, I had put down to one nail. Let me switch hands. Yep, that's what I got left. One, and remember how I was losing my thumbs constantly and I use super glue? Super glue works better apparently than everything else because that's the only nail that's stuck by me. Anything else? Probably not. I hope you're as happy as a kitten with a running water faucet. Bye. Why aren't you having any water? Can I turn it off or would you like some too? Okay, my Wellness Wednesday tip for everyone is if you feel like you need more exercise in your life, like either buy or sell a house because manual labor, there are muscles in my body I never knew existed that hurt so bad right now. I'm telling you, and then work so hard that you forget food exists. Those are some tips.